The point here is creating this parallel economy that you don't have to spend your money on companies who hate you. They hate you. They hate everything that you stand for, and they wish that you would be gone. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe. You know I would do it for you, and let's party! So we are going to be talking about NBA star Johnathan Isaac. I am not an NBA fan, so I did not know about any of this, but he was recently on Megyn Kelly's show talking about his brand, UNITUS, and I thought it was really cool. So let's check it out.
I am sick of the Nike and Adidas sports brands shoveling their woke ideology down our throat and then going to the sports store and seeing almost no alternatives to them.
Absolutely, Megyn. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. Like you said, I was here a little while ago, and I'd agree with you. I think that the time has come, and even that quote, I haven't heard that, but I love that quote about necessity. And that's what UNITUS was for me. At the end of the day, very simply, values matter. What people believe matters, and it tells you a little bit about them. And so when we give our money to companies and we find out what these companies stand for and believe, we co-sign them by giving them our money.
Absolutely. This is exactly what is meant by voting with your dollar. The people that you give your hard-earned money to are the people that you co-sign, the people that you say, I want more of this.
And so what I wanted to do was take the values that I hold dear and I stand for, which are faith, family, and freedom, and a plethora of other ones, but pretty much put that into apparel, sportswear, leisure wear, and give people the freedom and alternative to buy with their values.
I love that. I love that. And, you know, I'm not really a sports guy. This looks decently fashionable. You guys can let me know whether you would wear UNITUS clothing or not. But the idea that Nike and Adidas and Reebok and these companies have an oligopoly on the market where you either have to get their stuff and co-sign, as we just talked about, their BS, or you can step outside the box. And this is, and I don't know much about Johnathan Isaac. I don't know if he's been outspoken or if he's just been doing this on the low, but either way, I completely support it.
It's such a good idea. So how do you make sure that it's, you know, it covers everything? Like we need sneakers and we need athletic wear and we need, stretchy pants for us ladies. Like you got to cover it all. So how are you making sure that it's all quality and you've got it all covered?
Well, it takes time. It takes a lot of time. I am doing this by myself for now.
Anything worthwhile does indeed take time.
But we're going to start with just leisure wear. So we are live right now. You can head to weareunitus.com and we have our first capsule of leisure wear merch, which is a sweater, a hoodie, t-shirts, sweatpants, things like that. And
word up. So that's a design right there. I will link to UNITUS, whatever the website is, whatever he just said. I will link that in the description. Definitely go support people who are supporting what you support. It's that simple. He's supporting what you support. So support him in supporting that. It's that simple.
And we have big plans to diversify and go from young to old, all of that. We have youth merch as well on the website right now. But again, plans to do big things and pretty much be a one-stop shop for everything that you would need from a sportswear and leisure wear perspective. I'm going to be wearing my own sneaker called the UNITUS Judah 1 this upcoming season.
So that's something, again, I'm NBA fans, let me know, is that a big deal? Because I'm pretty sure that like which shoes that you wear, it's some kind of statement. Is it not? I might be off base, but let me know, please.
And those are going to be live in a few months for purchase. And we want to get into, again, every sphere of sportswear and leisure wear that you can think of. And we want to do it in the best of ways, high quality, and, you know, things that people can believe in.
And even though I am not somebody who cares about sportswear and stuff like that, that's not the point here. The point here is creating this parallel economy that you don't have to spend your money on companies who hate you. They hate you. They hate everything that you stand for, and they wish that you would be gone. So stop giving them your money and give money to people who actually stand for what, I mean, they don't care about you either, but at least they stand for what you stand for.
Give us the website again so people who want to support you can do it.
The website is called weareunitus.com. UNITUS is UNITUS, and you can head to Instagram, Twitter, We Are UNITUS as well.
And again, I will link those in the description below.
I wonder what the reaction has been amongst, you know, your fellow players and the fans. You know, I don't really understand the politics of, you know, sports fans because I'm not really a sports person. So is it a woke crowd? Do you think they'll welcome this, or are they more, you know, woke and they're going to be like, hiss boo, no?
That's a great question, and I'm right there with Megyn Kelly. That as I'm a big UFC fan, and even then, since I've been doing all this, I've been kind of falling off. But that's my sport, and so outside of that, I really don't know what the demographics are. I know in UFC that because all the fighters are independent contractors, there's a lot more freedom for them to express their political views. But NBA, we saw so many apologies of this and that, and saying the wrong thing, and offending China, talking about the Uyghur Muslim, all that kind of stuff.
Well, everybody's different. I've definitely had my fair share of negativity towards the brand and towards the idea, but at the same time, I've had an overwhelming swell of support. And for me, it's about focusing on the positive.
Nice.
And
Yes.
people who disagree, it's not that they disagree with me, it's that they disagree with the values that I hold dear.
Based. It's that they disagree with the values. And because they disagree with the values, they will demonize you. They will demonize you because they disagree with your values. It can no longer be that we have disagreements and still have mutual respect. That is not a thing anymore. Or at least that's how they're trying to make it. That you either agree with me or you're a bad person. That's what they want. And paying attention to people like Johnathan Isaac, supporting brands like UNITUS, that is what pushes back against that.
And I'm not worried about them. I'm worried about uniting the people who do stand up for the values that I believe in and that millions of people across the country believe in. No matter what you look like, no matter where you come from, if you understand the necessity and value of faith in Christ, our building and platforming the family unit, and then again, focusing on our freedoms, constitutional freedoms, biblical freedoms that are inherently given to us, then UNITUS is for you. And if you don't agree with them, then more power to you. The movement isn't about hating anybody. It's not about going against anybody. It is about putting our words into action. And I understand that we could one day get to a place where if you don't believe this or believe that, you can't shop here, you can't go here, you can't do this.
That's exactly what, we're talking about, this parallel economy. And, I shook my head when he said faith in Christ and all that stuff. I am an atheist, but I am very high on Christian values because I do recognize that, our country was built on them and there's a lot of good values in there. I simply just don't believe. But exactly what he's saying, we don't need to agree on every little thing as long as we share values.
And if there aren't people who are, putting kind of the feet to the ground and giving people alternatives, when that time comes, the only answer for those people is going to be to conform. And so I want to put my foot in the fire and say, you know what? I've kind of been used to standing up for what I believe in and doing it alone in some sense. But I want to unite people and give them courage and confidence that our values are valid. And if they're not going to celebrate them, then we can celebrate them ourselves.
Facts. We definitely will. And they absolutely are trying to create a society where you do have to conform, where there isn't alternative options. So again, shout out to Johnathan Isaac, shout out to UNITUS for doing all this. I love every little bit of it, even though I am not somebody who cares about sportswear. I definitely think you should check them out if you are, and definitely support Johnathan Isaac in his message. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Once again, I have been your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Until next time, guys, I am out of here. Peace.